Hello everyone, hope you're all doing well. It's been 2 months since I've had my ACL meniscus surgery, and I'm back to share some of my experience and how my progress is going so far. I wanted to come outdoors to shoot this video today because it was a nice day, but it decided to rain. So I do apologize for the noise. I'm hoping it's not too noisy, and hopefully this lav mic won't pick it up. Some of the challenges I've been facing the past month is swelling. So since the last time I saw my physio, which was I think it's about 2 weeks ago, he's got me doing 4 days of rehab exercises instead of 6 days. I've got 1 day to focus, pretty much 2 different days, 1 day just focusing on the knee, the second day focusing on the hips, and then I'll rest, and then I'll repeat the other 2 days, and then I have an optional day to do another day, but I decided to opt out and rest 3 days instead. So far, the last 2 weeks, it has come down a bit. However, I still haven't been able to get it down to the point where my knee is kind of showing my kneecap. Here are some exercises my physio's got me doing in the gym recently. Here I'm doing some goblet squats. I started off doing sit stands with the bench, so naturally I just progressed to using a 5 kilo dumbbell now, where I'm just using the bench as a measure of my squat depth. I'm not really trying to go too low, I'm just trying to distribute the weight equally, as I have a habit of leaning towards my uninjured side. This was on another day when I was feeling a bit more comfortable. I didn't use the bench this session. I was focusing on going a little bit lower and also just monitoring my pain and discomfort or whatnot. So you can see I'm just really trying to keep a control as I descend, and just keeping the movement nice and steady. Try again. And then we got leg press. These are pretty straightforward. I usually just try to keep my quads engaged throughout the whole movement. This particular day, I think my knee was feeling pretty good. Usually at the top of the movement right there, I tend to feel some pain, where I was explaining earlier. And on days there are pain, I just try not to straighten my knee as much. Moving on to single leg press. I'm using the same machine, but I've taken off some weights. And I'm using my right leg for assistance and focusing on engaging my quads also. I'm not extending my leg as straight, as it still feels quite weak, and I do feel a bit of pain at the front of my knee still during this movement. So I'm just being cautious and trying to not aggravate the knee and keep that swelling down. Here are the split squats. My physio's got me doing these with soft knees, meaning I'm not straightening my knee as much at the top of the movement, as I explained earlier about my knee pain. So yeah, when I do these split squats this way, they feel fine. But it's whenever I extend my knee completely, that's when I start feeling the pain in front of my knee. Moving on to body weight bridges. Something I should mention is I have very tight hips. As you can see, I have trouble with extending my hip completely at the top of the movement. So that's something to note to myself and something to work on down the road. I think once I get the okay to, or my knee is feeling a lot better, I'm gonna start incorporating more stretching sessions to help mobilize my hips more. And the final exercise is leg extensions. So I'm only going halfway with these. They still feel quite uncomfortable, but I think they've been really helping with regaining some of my quad strengths, and without putting too much pressure onto my knee joint also. So some of the challenges I'm still facing is my knee still aches during the day, especially when I sleep. And it depends on the weather as well. When it's raining and it's cold outside, I feel the ache a lot more than other days. And then there are days my knee feels good. And what I mean by good is it feels strong, like it feels like it's getting stronger, and then it will bounce back and forward from feeling achy and strong again. That's probably part of the recovery process. I'm trying not to overthink or research anything about it or comparing myself with other people's progress. So I'm just trying to focus on what's in front of me at the moment, which is trying to get the swelling down, and as long as overall my knee is feeling better over time, then I think that's great progress. So another unexpected challenge for me so far is mentally. As someone who's been, quite active and training in the gym for over a decade, I have found that I'm getting a little impatient, especially with the new exercises in the gym, just because I've done a lot of them before, and there's this urge to wanting to progress quicker and add on weight, but the knee's not allowing me to. Especially when I got to control my swelling, I really got to take a step back. I got to treat the knee like it's a new knee, like I'm a baby again, like I've never done the exercise before. Just because I have found, on days that my knee is feeling a bit better, I tend to push it a bit harder or get a little excited and wanting to push a little harder, and then I find myself having to do more icing and resting because my knee will start swelling again. And it's kind of been difficult because it doesn't feel like I'm doing a lot. So that's another unexpected challenge, is the amount of load that my knee can handle at the moment is definitely a lot lower than I thought. It's not only training in the gym. I could be on my feet for a bit longer than other days and it will start swelling up. So that's something that's really unexpected for me. It's definitely not progressing as quick as I want. Then again, being in my late 30s, I do expect my recovery rate to be a lot slower. So definitely got to be a bit more patient, and just keep in mind that it is a new knee and I have to treat it as such. So earlier I went to the pharmacist and I got myself some anti-inflammatories, got myself some Voltaren. These are just some over-the-counter stuff. So I'm going to try this for, next week or so and see if it helps with the inflammation. Hopefully it does. Overall, my progression in the gym is progressing quite well. So all the exercises I'm getting stronger at. Some I've had to pull back just to reduce the swelling a bit. So that's all going well. The only other thing I'm finding quite challenging is walking up and down the stairs. I have tried a few times, but it's still quite painful. Not super painful, but I do feel that lingering pain in the front of the knee, as I mentioned earlier, when I'm walking up the stairs. And coming down the stairs is quite scary. So fingers crossed, hopefully the next time I update this video, the knee pain's gone in the front of the knee. I can walk up the stairs more confidently and hopefully be able to start running again. But I don't know, just going by feeling, I don't think I'll be able to start running yet, but we never know. So I'm keeping my hopes open, and I'll continue to work hard in the gym and continue to document my progress. And I think that will be all for today. So until next time, I'll catch you then. Peace out.